Good morning. How did you get on yesterday? It was a bit of a quiet session for me. I didn't really have a play. I was focusing on the Greek side, newly promoted. Osasuna Almeria, well, no surprise there. Almeria waiting for their first win of the season. Unlikely to get it away from home against Osasuna. Sevilla Atletico Bilbao, well, 2.45 the favourite, not a match to target or trade. Las Palmas Barcelona, 1-0 lead at half time. And a great call from Paul Dunwoody if you're at Footballtradingprofits.club. Paul left a great message. It was a bit too late for me, I'm afraid. 3:30 a.m. kickoff or something. 2:30 a.m. But kudos to Paul. Made a great call in the first half. It's all about using the stats, and the stats are very powerful at this stage of the season. So Las Palmas scored first. Up to you if you took them on. Normal service was resumed. And how about that? Was that penalty linked to the red card? That's the question. It looked a couple of minutes away. But if you see that red card, possible to lay that late draw. Shot themselves in the foot, I'm afraid, Las Palmas. Really excellent at home. Likely they're staying up in La Liga. Great to see. Elsewhere, just Greece, I think. English FA Cup. Well, that perhaps tells you all you need to know about 2.63 the favourite. Crystal Palace Everton, even a red card, 0-0. So that says it all. Don't play. Super League, well, we had a possible Desmond 2-2, Panatolikos, Panseriakos 2-2. Atromitos, simple as you like, against Kafisias. The fact they scored first in the first half pretty much ended my interest there. So not much doing on, and this is a good shot across the bow for Juventus, having to meet Salernitana at the weekend in Italian Serie A. You even had a good trade here. I did mention the possibility of favouring Juve today. I know it's the Cup, but they're playing this lot at the weekend. They want to put down a marker, and this is pretty much squashed any hope Salernitana have of 3 points at the weekend. They did score first minute goal. You've got John H's both teams to score no in mind if you fancied that. What that will do, that will cover the 0-1, cover the 0-2, 0-3, and you go to the correct score market, back 1-2 as well. If you want to see how this is done, do come to a live chat webinar. But if you did get involved in a half-time market, you'd have been amply rewarded here. This is exactly what Juventus wants with Salernitana at the weekend. I think it's at Salernitana, so should be a banker material. That's about it yesterday. On to today, and it's a bit of a quiet one, but let's take a look through. Bologna-Genoa. Well, I'm using Speechmatics and then just taking it through Chat GPT. So there will be grammatical errors here. Please don't contact me with them. I'm fully aware. I don't need them pointing out. And the whole point of me doing research this quick is so I don't have to check again, and that will just waste my time. So I hope you'll tolerate the odd error. It looks pretty clear cut. Considering Bologna's strong home form and their tendency not to concede a second goal, they're favoured to bounce back after a recent defeat against Udinese. Upcoming match promises to be engaging, with Bologna looking to continue their excellent home run. Well, promising to be engaging, that's ChatGPT, not me. I can't promise it will be engaging. Genoa has experienced 1-0 scorelines against 9th, 10th, 11th and 13th, so they could keep this tight. That's probably why the market's not going odds on about Bologna. 3 of those matches resulting in defeats, though. They have conceded 6 goals in the last 15 minutes of away matches, so if it's tight, you might want to take on Genoa late on. They're on an unbeaten run of 3 matches, but the recent performances include scoring and conceding in 5 of the last 6. So if they score first, you should expect Bologna to sort them out. Sporting Lisbon Estoril, immediately in mind, you've got the 20-minute rule. We saw it in Greece, such good effect. If it's 0-0 after 20 minutes, possibility of a 1-0, 2-0, any unquoted half-time score market can get you up to an 8-9-1 return, so it's well worth keeping an eye on. Sporting Lisbon currently in excellent form, 8 consecutive home wins with no draws in the last 11 matches. They remain undefeated in 8 home matches, consistently scoring 2 goals in each of the last 6 home games. Estoril, 1-0 defeat at home to the second place team and secured a 1-0 away win against third. So they might keep this very, very tight indeed. So don't be surprised if the 20-minute rule might not come in. Do check the in-play stats for this one. Boavista and Porto, another 1.4 favourite. No win for Boavista since the 24th of September. 6 defeats and a draw in the last 7. Opponents tend to score first as well and lead at half-time. 1-0 defeats at half-time at home for Boavista should give you something to think about, particularly if it's 0-0 after 20 minutes. No draw in 11 and in 8 away matches for Porto. 100% wins away from home against 5th and lower. The market looks quite accurate here today. 90-minute winner and a 90-minute penalty to go from 1-2 down to a 3-2 win. So that was the win against Benfica. It looks very anomalous for Boavista. So I wouldn't take that as any strong point of form. 90th minute goals needed to get past Benfica. They'll probably need that today. Turkish Super League, I don't tend to research this, but we'll have a look. Pendikspor newly promoted, so that's an automatic angle in there. They might score, but they'll have to match their wins against 16th and 20th to be competitive today. It could be close. This could be a closely contested match with both teams to score. Gaziantepspor slightly favoured over the newly promoted away side. So having a look at Gaziantep, they've not faced teams 12th to 19th at home. It's got a big question mark there. They're playing 19th today. 78% of their goals scored at home have come in the second half, so do be prepared for that if it's 0-0 at half time. Looking at Antalyaspor, Alanyaspor, 1.85 the favourite. Couple of 0-0 draws at home for Antalyaspor, so just be careful. You might want to target that a bit later, but it does present you with a problem if there's 0-0 at half time. Do we stick or do we twist? Alanyaspor have not met teams ranked 8th to 18th away from home, so we've got a gap in form there as well. I don't like gaps in form. We've got nothing to gauge the sides by. Besiktas, eager to put an end to 2 consecutive 1-3 home defeats. Those are the only 2 defeats at home all season. Both teams have scored in the last 5 matches, could do so again. No draw in 7 at home for Besiktas. Scored first in 6 out of 8 home matches. The 2 home defeats were against the teams currently 1st and 12th. It's 4th against 9th today. The loss against 12th is the only instance where Besiktas conceded 2 goals at home against teams placed 6th and lower. So you'd expect them to keep Kazımpasa quiet today. They've experienced 3 defeats and a 0-0 in the last 4 away matches, with the only one win since the 3rd of November. Lost all 3 matches they've played against the top 3. Considering 2 of those were at home, they might face challenges against 4th place Besiktas today. So I'd be favouring Besiktas to get back to winning ways, something of one of those redemption style matches as well. We've got other competitions, but I'm not going to research them because they're predominantly cup matches. And you saw yesterday's 0-0. We've got Brentford, Wolves, Fulham, Rotherham. That looks banking material for Fulham if they're up for it. And Tottenham against Burnley. Burnley have been in pretty good form of late, scoring 2 goals readily on a couple of occasions under Vincent Kompany. So that might not be the banker that the market suggests. And it is the cup as well. You might see some changes for the Spuds. Coupe de France, no real big guns playing in the Coupe de France today. Nantes, I think from the top flight. Clermont, if that's Clermont Foot, from the top flight. But look at the markets, very unappealing. That's about it really. So it's a good day to take off. I don't tend to work on a Friday, but if I'm up and about, I will certainly pass on any messages for you. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow for a live chat, and we'll be using the live stream facility as well to pass on information for you. So I'll get more in touch with that later. And just one thing about the research, if you're still trying to search for angles, Control and F. Both teams, for example, will highlight any both teams to score angles. So you've got one in there in a Pendikspor match. So use it like that. I tend to use these phrases. 2.5 give you an idea of 2.5 goals. Doesn't seem to be any there. First half, use the word half, and it will highlight any matches with the word half in it. Majority of the goals, 9 out of 13, come second half for Bologna. So we've got a second half angle there. 5 of their away matches have been 0-0 at half time for Genoa. So we've got that angle there as well. So use the word half. Just use these key words. That will give you some angles into some of the key markets. And do watch out if Paul Dunwoody's up and about, because he was in excellent form last night. So it really puts in some good work and provides us with some decent evidence as well to build up confidence in taking the trade on. So well done, Paul. Excellent stuff. Have a great day today. No excuses if I'm not up and about. I will be working for you on Saturday and Sunday. Have a great day.